Pat, from day one of spring to the final day of spring, where do you feel like you've made the most progress, and where do you feel like the offensive line has made the most progress?
I think just that overall gelling with my teammates, coming into a new system, a new brotherhood, a new locker room. And for me, honestly, like I didn't have that much time until spring ball. So these past 4 weeks or 5 weeks have been huge for me to just gel with my teammates and get to know each other better. And obviously playing next to each other is one way to speed up that process, and it's been a great process. And then just the O-line, I think we've taken strides in every aspect of the game, but there's plenty of room to work, and that's very exciting come the summer and come the fall because we got plenty to work on for sure.
Pat, you went against this defensive line in December. You went against it tonight again. What differences do you see? What guys do you think could play a key role on that defensive line?
Yeah, I mean, overall super talented, like talented across the board. Obviously, you got Mikhail who's going to make plays. He's a playmaker, right? Like he's going to wreck offenses, and offenses are going to have to solely game plan around him. And then on inside, just, Wheeler and Reek, just really tough, hard-nosed football players that are going to play really important snaps for us and going to make plays in backfields. So really excited, and going against those guys every single day has definitely made me a better player as well.
Yeah, Pat, Carter was in here and said, he felt from last year to this year, the run game was really more advanced. And for you, and throughout your career as an offensive lineman, have you been able to kind of like accurately see when you go through spring or go through, an off season, how good a run game is going to be? Do you get that sense? And what have you seen from this run game so far?
Yeah, I mean, to answer the last part of that question, it's an explosive run game, which is super exciting. We can come at you with the ground and pound, but then, like we saw tonight, we can also pop a few for big chunk plays. So that was really exciting to see, and that was a process that we had to build throughout the spring because obviously on day 1, day 2, day 3, you might not get those huge chunks. You might just be a little bit off on certain things, but as you go through the spring, that's where, 11 for 11 really start putting it all together. And honestly, you can't really gauge run games based on, because it's a whole different system, new players. So no, but I'm overall super excited about the process we made and where we're headed because it's going to be a great run game for sure.
Pat, obviously got notoriety for the, your pregame speeches and being a leader. I know you're new here, but by being at center, you're kind of, whether you like it or not, have to kind of be a leader because you're the quarterback of that line. How comfortable are you kind of getting into that role, like you said, with a bunch of new teammates? I mean, are you getting more comfortable? You still there's some things that, that you have to kind of feel more at ease with before you can kind of be yourself?
I mean, maybe the first couple weeks it was just like, learning where to take a left and where to take a right around here and, learning the guys and learning names and faces and stuff like that. But honestly, it was a very natural process. Getting comfortable with everyone and gelling with everyone. And, the center position definitely calls for a guy that is vocal and has great communication and those leadership traits. And I feel like I fit that bill to a T. So excited for another full season at it and excited to just continue this journey with these guys. And but no, it's been super comfortable here, and I feel like I can be myself every day. It's great.
Yeah, between tonight and the other scrimmages this spring, game-like situations, how much poise have you seen in Fernando in leading the offense, marching downfield, leading these drives, calling the shots? Just how much poise and composure have you seen from him?
Yeah, a ton of poise, honestly, and it's been great. Like, huddling up, and he makes sure he looks people in the eyes, which sounds like it's not a big deal, but it's a huge deal. And it's good to just have that commander right there, and you're comfortable with him, and he's going to make plays, and so he's taken huge steps throughout the spring, and he's a baller, man. Like I said the last time I was up here, just knows how to make plays, and super excited to see where we go underneath him through the summer and fall.
Yeah, Pat, with spring ball wrapping up, what would you say is the identity of this offensive line?
I think that's a question that won't be answered until week 1. And I think that's a good thing because there's so much growth that we have to go. But we've taken tremendous strides in, like I said, every aspect of the game. But I can definitely tell you it's an offensive line that's going to, give everything they got to make sure this offense is successful and give everything they got to hold up the standard and play hard football, tough physical dudes, and make sure we pop those explosive plays that our offense is capable of. Thanks, guys.